What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are you guys doing? Welcome back here to another football recap video, doing a recap of the Arsenal and the Liverpool game. So what can I say about this game? And Liverpool absolutely gave up a very incredible performance in the second half. I mean, no other way to say it, man. Liverpool were just all over Arsenal in this entire game practically. And I don't know what the heck happened to Arsenal in this game, but Arsenal just really just did not show up at all. And my one question though is, why did Arteta wait to make a substitution? Because it's like, it seems like Arteta just like doesn't know how to go about making second half substitutions to improve like the outcome of the game. And that's how it felt like today watching this Arsenal and the Liverpool game, because Arsenal, man, they looked very slow today, and they really just didn't they didn't even I mean, I don't even know, like, did they even have a shot on target at all in this game or something? Because what I just saw from Arsenal today was one of their, once again, worst than ever performances ever. Especially, I mean, the entire team practically just looked like it couldn't match up Liverpool at all today. Seriously. I mean, Liverpool just completely were all over them. And Mo Salah, no, sorry, Jota was the man of the match today. Of course, they looked, it's either a crossover between Salah or Jota, but Jota today for Liverpool, man, you got to give it up to Jota, man, because one other player that's been super impressive for Liverpool would have to be Diego Jota. I mean, seriously, this guy is just a hidden gem that Liverpool found, and look how well he's doing for him right now. So it's absolutely crazy. But right now, man, I thought this was going to be one of those games that's going to be highly competitive, but man, I was completely wrong. Arsenal just completely just didn't even show up today, man. And thing is, like, do you think Arsenal should sack Arteta or no? Because I started to feel like that maybe Arteta is another one of those managers that has no idea what they're doing at Arsenal. And it really just goes to show you right now that Arsenal just once again are back to the same old level of mediocrity. Like, I don't get it, you know, because I mean, for example, Aubameyang just absolutely underperformed for Arsenal today, and that probably explains why Arteta subbed him off later in the second half. But in my eyes, I just think this entire Arsenal team, and just the problem with Arsenal right now is that they have so many holes that they need to address, that, like, what's going on with Arsenal? Like, seriously. But Jurgen Klopp today just absolutely he just outcoached Arteta, okay? Because you see, the thing about Jurgen Klopp being a good manager is because he knows how to press opposing teams, you know, and that's what Jurgen Klopp did today against Arsenal. Like, Arteta should have known that Jurgen Klopp was going to play that high tempo pressing, and sure enough, man, it looked like that Liverpool's pressing just was the ultimate difference maker in this game, despite them, you know, being riddled with injuries. Liverpool, they look like they could get a W against Real Madrid in the Champions League. Like, I know that they don't have Van Dijk and all, but I still think Liverpool can pull it off against Real Madrid, just because I think Liverpool have the better talent compared to Madrid, because Ramos is going to be out, and I think that's going to allow Mohamed Salah, Jota, Mane, you know, just to have a career day against Real Madrid's back four. So we'll see how that game turns out. And of course, today was a very crazy Premier League day as well. You know, in other news, Chelsea just absolutely got, I think, trounced by, what was it, West Brom? They got trounced 5-2. So this is Chelsea's worst than ever defeat so far under Tuchel. And I mean, Mohamed Salah in the second half, that, I think it was him who scored that first goal for Liverpool. That was the ultimate momentum shifter in the game. No, sorry, that was Diego Jota. After Diego Jota scored that goal, that just completely, you could tell that just completely changed the whole momentum and the outcome of the game, because after that, I mean, Arsenal just couldn't seem to mentally recover. You know, sorry, all right, doors closed. Anyways, I was saying, it looked like that Arsenal just could not mentally recover at all, and that probably explains why they got absolutely trounced, you know, in the last 20 minutes of the game, because the players, they look like they weren't motivated enough, you know. And without a doubt, Partey, he also underperformed today for Arsenal. So I don't think any Arsenal player played good at all today. Most of the Arsenal team just absolutely underperformed, and I don't know what happened to Arsenal in this game, but it looked like that Jurgen Klopp knew like how to go against this Arsenal team, and sure enough, it made in his tactics today absolutely worked to perfection. Now let's see how they work against Real Madrid, because, you know, Like I said before, I think that that Liverpool will have the advantage over Madrid in the Champions League game and all that. But of course, I think that if Benzema has a big game for Madrid, then Madrid can definitely knock off Liverpool. But the way how I see it, if Salah, if Jota, if Diogo Jota, if Mane can step up in the Madrid game like how they did today, then they are for sure, I think, gonna win this game. Because I mean, literally, Arsenal, are they even going after any substitutions or something? And I mean, okay, so I forgot that Arsenal, they're also riddled with injuries, because I mean, without Saka, Xhaka, and Luiz, they this Arsenal team, they look like they weren't up to task today because of, I think that David Luiz, Xhaka, and Saka were out, so that probably explains why Arsenal were just completely not didn't play Arsenal football today. You know, um, I mean, literally, it seems like that Arsenal just can never ever seem to recover from that hole that they are currently in right now. Like, I don't get what happened, but obviously, Xhaka, Saka, they are very important players for Arsenal, and without them, Arsenal look pretty average, I'd have to say. It depends whether now the question right now is, are Arteta's tactics failing, or are the players just not able to adapt to his tactics? Because I think that's the biggest dilemma right now at Arsenal, is depending whether Arteta's tactics just aren't fitting the players, or whether the players just can't seem to learn Arteta's system. Because you see, in order for Arsenal to even succeed and be a good Premier League team again, here's what they got to do. They got to be able to adapt to a coach's tactics and be able to communicate as a team together, like how Liverpool can. Now, of course, Arsenal, they should find themselves maybe like a player that can be a consistent striker for him. I mean, a consistent goal scorer for him, like how Liverpool did with Salah. And right now with Arsenal, their biggest issue right now, I think, is trying to build around good players, around players like Xhaka, Saka. Well, most of the Arsenal team is still fairly young, but if they can't learn to build around either Xhaka or their midfield, then I don't see how Arsenal are gonna. Then obviously, I think Arsenal are gonna continue to produce the same old average results, the same old predictable results. And sure enough, today it's absolutely proved it. So, what can I say about this game, man? Just Liverpool, give them props. They for most of the game, they held Arsenal in check. Like, what else is there to say? Liverpool, I saw this game, and based on what I saw, man, Liverpool were just absolutely pressing all over Arsenal's back four. And sure enough, 64 minutes after that Diogo Jota goal, things just completely changed. The momentum changed, and Liverpool netted in two other goals. I'm surprised they didn't net in a fourth G, because the way how this game looked in the last 25 minutes, it looked like Liverpool could easily win this game 4-0, because that's just what it is with this Liverpool team, is that once they get that goal, then they went on a crazy scoring run. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were to replicate that success against Arsenal today against Madrid in the Champions League. I think they're going to be playing in a couple of days, so that's going to be they're going to be playing in 3 days against Real Madrid. So obviously, man, I think Liverpool will have the advantage. I think that Jurgen Klopp will outclass Zidane. Hey, what's going on, Triple X Gamer Boy? How you doing? Welcome to my stream here. Hope you're doing well today. Hope you're having a good day and all that stuff. But going back to this game, man, Arsenal just couldn't get it done. Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Arsenal, man, but they just looked like very sloppy. They looked like they didn't even they looked like they couldn't match Liverpool's intensity in the last 30 minutes of the game. Whether it's probably explains because their defense was just worn out, because that's the thing what makes Liverpool a very tricky team to play, is that Jurgen Klopp with his high pressing can just wear out opposing defenses. And I think that's what happened in the last 25-30 minutes of the game, was that Arsenal's defense was just completely worn out to the point that they were just making all these mental mistakes. And that's what makes Jurgen Klopp such a great manager, is because once he presses opposing teams and forces them into making mistakes and wears out their defenses. And that's how Liverpool capitalize a lot on, I feel like, their games and all that. So probably explains why they won this game 3-0. And that Madrid game is going to be one for the edges, I have to say, because if Jurgen Klopp can do that against Madrid too, is just by, wearing out their back four and just high press him and force him into making mental mistakes, then that's how I realistically think Liverpool can get the job done against Real Madrid. So that's the way how I see it. And one other crazy statistic about this Arsenal game was that they only had, what, 2 shots this entire game, or was it the second half? Regardless, I don't know what kind of a football that was from Arsenal, man, but that was just absolutely just mediocre football I've seen from Arsenal, you know? And it just seems like Arsenal can never ever seem to, learn from their mistakes. I don't get it. I don't know what happened, but maybe Xhaka needs like another partner in midfield that can help complement him, because Arsenal at this point, their best option is to hope they can build around Xhaka for the next couple of years, because if they can't build around Xhaka, then what is their plan? Because having Xhaka on your team, I think that Xhaka is another one of those players for Arsenal that needs to have another midfielder to help complement him, because maybe if Xhaka had another midfielder to help complement him, then maybe Arsenal would be in a much better position compared to how they are now. So, I mean, I think that's pretty much it all I have to say about this Arsenal-Liverpool game. Once again, Diogo Jota, without a doubt, I think that for this Premier League season, Diogo Jota has without a doubt been Liverpool's best player. If I have to pick a player besides Salah, it would definitely have to be Diogo Jota, man. Diogo Jota is just, he's just impressive to watch. Like, that's all I have to say. So anyways, guys, that's it here with the recap video. Hope you enjoyed this quick little 11-minute recap, live reaction that I did, and all that. Let me know, what did you think about this game in the comment section below? And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then simply drop a like, subscribe to my channel